Okay guys, so today we're going to be working on the PT Cruiser. You've seen in the last video, the Ford got smashed, the Camaro got smashed. As you see here, it actually took a lot bigger hit than I thought. You can see the marks right in there. I think that's drove in just a bit. You can definitely see it up through here. Needs a door. The mirror's just, yeah. So that's that. The Ford is wrote off, which was our cheapest SHO. So now we have to get a car ready for winter, which is going to be the PT Cruiser. And I think the battery's dead. Okay, so let's welcome back our 2005 neon PT Cruiser convertible. So it is a GT. Well, actually, I think it's just turbo. I don't think it's a GT. Let's check this out. Is it a GT? I don't know what I'm doing today. But no, it's a turbo light. So it's a touring edition. So it's a 2.4 turbo touring edition. So we bought this car for $1,400. So this was before the Ford got smashed and the Camaro got smashed. And while it was pretty solid, as you see, the quarters are good. Obviously the rockers have been touched up at one point in time, which isn't that big of a deal. Tires are bald. It's clunking in the rear. You come to this side, and this here has been touched up at one point in time as well. No big deal. I'll fix that. The roof handle is broken. Let me show you. There's no handle here. We already got one from the junkyard, and that window doesn't go all the way up, and the convertible top doesn't go down. It says it needs a motor, and the seat is ripped. So a couple good things about this. The car was just inspected not long ago. I do have another motor I got from the junkyard, but I also have my blue PT that I'm probably going to junk because of the body. We'll get to that in a different video. So I do have a good roof, good motor. So, and that will put us with good seats and stuff as well, which will be a win-win. Which means what we're going to do today, guys, is we're going to drop this. If you haven't followed the video series, the blue PT we dropped for like $50. We're going to drop this. We're going to put a set of summer rims and tires on it just because I have rims and tires now. I'm going to rob them off the SRT. They're like a 17x9 fast wheel. We are going to build a full custom 3-inch exhaust with a catless downpipe, just because I have it kicking around. And we're going to make it so it can go on the road. So we need to get the driver's side window fixed. We need to fix the roof. And there's a clunk in the rear end. We got to check out when it's up on the hoist. So first things first, let's get this up on the hoist. And then we'll get the tires off. We'll look at the exhaust now. When we get in here, two things I've noticed. You can see there's floor is soaked. That's because we just had a Hurricane Teddy or Tropical Storm Teddy, and the window wouldn't go all the way up. So it is what it is. So you're going to hear that right off the bat, there is no cat. Now it won't start. I think there's going something on with the shifter. I think it's in gear still. There we go. Oh God. Buy a cheap car, they said. Yeah. So we got it to run. The shifter's really stiff from sitting. So I think it's the neutral safety. So not starting now, but I put it in neutral. I think the shifter cables are buying up a little bit. There we go. So as you can hear, the Cadillac converters have been cut off of this because it was $380 Canadian we got for it. Paid $14 for the car, so we're into this car for like $1,020. It's really not that bad. what we're gonna do is we're gonna take off the other side real quickly, and then we'll go out, take the other ones off, and I'll come back in a bit to put these on. So we're just gonna ditch these all together. We're gonna put the first gen lowering springs in it. Well, the first gen neon, if you guys aren't familiar with the video, there's links up in the description, guys, where you'll see it in the top right hand corner. So it's a cheap lowering kit for 50 bucks, and it's all OEM, so it rides pretty decent. So we'll be right back. So I'm about an hour in, and that's including taking the other ones off the other vehicle. So it's really not that bad. It's quite straightforward, quite simple. Now, like doing anything at home, you're gonna run into issues. So for some reason, if you look right in there, let it focus, there you go. This is the only rim with a locking lug nut, and there's no locking lug nut in the car. So I'm gonna have to torch that off, change the stud, as I do the lowering springs. So, yay, yay me! So we got that off. Didn't do no damage to the rotor, surprisingly. We're gonna have to change the stud. I'm not gonna have one today, so for now I'm just gonna switch this over. It's like 5 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon, so no one's gonna have one available until probably tomorrow or Monday. So I'm gonna continue on with what I'm doing. I wouldn't recommend it. You know, people ran 4 studs before. It is what it is. It will be changed Monday when I do an oil change. So now we can get this strut off, guys. So I looked everywhere, I couldn't find the stud for this one rim. I'm gonna have to buy a new one, no big deal. The rims are on, they're off my SRT. They're a fast Fulco FC01. They're a 17 by 9. Hopefully it looks good. We are gonna rock an 18 TSW on this. Unfortunately the 18s don't have good tires, so I thought I'd put this on for now. SRT isn't being used, so I might as well use them. First gen lowering springs are done, rear springs are done as well. So I'm going to put this up in the air. We're going to see if we can find that clunk. So when I bought the car, the guy said that it had a bad clunk in the rear, and that something in the rear end had to be welded. As I'm looking, this is all good through there, which is your structural spot. The bushings are good. You come through here. Oh, I know what I didn't do. I didn't tighten those up. And that was a stupid mistake on both sides. No. So I'm gonna take these off to tighten that up. So, which is gonna give me more of a clunk, but like, I don't know. Surprisingly, it does look pretty decent back here, and I'm gonna paint it some frame paint and undercoat it just to make it last a little longer. So when this is up in the air, we might as well cut the exhaust off, because that's gonna be next on the list of things to do. Is we are gonna run a 3-inch exhaust that we're gonna make today. Okay, so I got parts everywhere. We got the roof working in the PT Cruiser. It was hard to show you guys swapping it over because I'm only one person, and well, Jeff wasn't here to video or help until now. So now that Jeff's here, car's up on the hoist, we are cutting off the old, what's left of the downpipe, and then we're gonna start making our custom exhaust. So we literally built this exhaust with scrap, guys. So this is a Subaru exhaust, those 2 pieces there with the resonator. I paid like $20 for all the exhaust piping, so it's not bad. Now this was off of another neon that is 3-inch. We're gonna cut off because we don't want it. And then I had this left over from the LS turbo build, which is just some 3-inch stainless steel with some 45s. Literally, we are using scrap. I'll show you the tips. The tips are pretty cool. I'll give you a tip. What's the tip?
Don't work on PTs.
Okay, so here are the rear of the exhaust. It goes from 3-inch to, looks like 2. I don't know.
I'd say 2.
We will find out when we get it up in the air, though. So Jeff's gonna play with some fire. Once we got that out of the way, cut out, we're gonna get the 3-inch downpipe in. That's off the SRT, and then we're just going to build it from that back, and I'll start showing you guys that when we get there. So if you guys are new to the channel, thank you for watching. But what I was going to say is, you'll notice we do a lot of things on a tight budget. So far this exhaust, I got it from the U-pole off a smashed STI that was rolled. It was, oh, here, I'll show you. It was destroyed, as you see. Like, that was a downpipe. There's the cat. You come over here. Here's the back piece. But the tip was good. It had a good resonator. It had some good straight pipes. We paid 20 bucks for the whole exhaust. Now, I did show you at the beginning of the video that I had a section of a 3-inch, like maybe 4 feet long, and a couple 45s. I've used one 45 so far. So it was like $30 maybe?
No, 190.
190. So I'm into the exhaust for 50 bucks maybe. So we're building a 3-inch exhaust for $50 so far. So, talking about reusing stuff. All these hangers are in the wrong spot, obviously, because it was meant for an STI. So we're going to cut the hangers off, and we are going to use them to where we need them and weld them up. So Jeff's going to cut them off, and then I'm going to show you where we're at with the exhaust once these are cut off. So you'll see under here it's a little dark, but we do have, showing up like that, 3 inches. That actually looks like it's going to go pretty good. Hold on, Jeff, let me check back there.
Well, then I have center band.
We're way out. You keep going past your side, like somewhere around there, yeah. A little more probably, yeah, we'll go like that. Which is what you want exactly.
We're on our filler pipe though.
So Jeff is cutting the bumper to the tip.
Clean up the grinder.
Yeah, we'll just take it and take the buffing wheel or cut off disc and clean it up some. Just take that, take yours and measure and put them up against mine. Be the best bet. So let's see. So I'd go from, yeah, yours quite a bit bigger. Okay, so cut it off here.
Let's put mine up first just to see if I need that.
So, I'm sorry for not videoing how we did it. It's a lot of work. I'd say out of 10, if you're not a mechanic and you don't have, like, you need tools, you need welder, you need to know how to use the welder. It's probably,
The biggest thing is you need to know how to cut on the right angle.
7 out of 10, I'd say,
Yeah.
for difficulty. So let me show you guys. So you'll see up here, Subaru, all this is Subaru. Obviously we had to cut and modify this. We had to put our own hangers on, and we have no spare tire, which I don't care. We used a factory piece here for the Subaru to V-band. This is custom, going to the neon pipe and straight down. It really isn't that bad. I had the down pipe here, but if you had to buy a down pipe, I think we only used 290s of mine.
3.
So 390s is the only thing we used. I had them from a previous project, and the rest of the exhaust pipe.
Two and then one came from the Subaru exhaust.
Yeah, so we used 2. We used 290s, and then we used the Subaru exhaust and the old neon exhaust I had kicking around that was 3-inch for first gen neon. So I got lucky. I'm into this exhaust with down pipe. $100.
Yeah, about that.
So I can't beat that. So I can't wait to show you guys what it sounds like. We're just going to put the new donut gasket on the downpipes. We didn't do that for fitment. And then we're going to just rotate that V-band a little bit, see if we can get these exhaust tips to sit just a bit better. And then we're going to call it a night. So I'll show you guys.